Hey everybody, my name is Dorothea and we are back. Today, a special project that we wanted to share with you. So let me start with Anna. Anna, please introduce yourself.
So I'm Anna. I am the country manager for Ayala Land International Marketing, North America. So today we have invited a very special guest from the Philippines. He'll be joining us via Zoom. Let me introduce to you Mr. John Tinsay. He's the deputy sales head for our luxury brand Alveo.
Hello,
Hi, hello.
John.
Good morning.
Good
Good morning, everyone.
good
Hi.
evening here.
In the US.
Yes. So, John, if you please introduce yourself and also give us information about Alveo and then the upcoming projects that you're going to be sharing with us.
So my name is John. I'm actually the deputy sales lead for Alveo Land. So what I do, I'm the sales point person for all the projects in Makati, Cavite, Batangas, Visayas, Mindanao, and Cebu. So actually, I'd like to share at least a short introduction about our company. Alveo Land is actually part of Ayala Land. Ayala Land is the largest and most diversified property developer in the Philippines. So just a note, no, how Ayala Land, I'm sure many of our audiences have been to the Philippines, and we actually build in estates or townships. It's what we call estates or townships. In our estates, we usually have three components. You have the residential sector, so you have the different brands of Ayala Land. So you have Ayala Land Premier, Alveo, Avida, Amaya, and Bellavita. And we complement these residential sectors with commercial spaces such as our own Ayala Malls brand, our Ayala Malls offices, Ayala Land hotels and resorts. And we also have businesses that actually complement these. We have a property management business, a construction business, health institution business, everything that makes the estate self-sustainable. So basically, out of this Ayala Land Dorotea, Alveo Land is the brand that serves the upscale segment. We're actually a multi-awarded brand, 103 recognitions to date. And how big we are, we have 69 projects all across the Philippines in Makati, BGC, Quezon City, Cavite, Laguna, you name it, Cebu, Davao City, Cagayan de Oro, and Pampanga. And we do not only sell condos, we sell office spaces, commercial, lots. That's a big portfolio for us. That's a wide portfolio.
Wow.
Yeah. So maybe Dorothea, if you give me the opportunity to share now, there's actually this one project that I would want to highlight. Usually, it's a good opportunity for our investors abroad really to invest in the Philippines with a condo product. But the idea is what we're selling is actually different. In Alveo Land, we're offering a project called Merchant Residences. It's actually the only Alveo project that allows short-term lease. The idea is when you're investing in a condo in Manila, the minimum short-term lease would be at least 6 months. So with this project, it actually offers you the flexibility of for foreign clients or at least foreign-based clients not permanently residing in the Philippines because you can rent it out on a daily basis. But at the same time, when you get home or visit when you're on a vacation in the Philippines back home, you can actually use it. And the good thing about this is you can actually put this in through platforms such as Airbnb, Booking.com, all those short-term lease options. So merchant residences is very flexible. It's a unique proposition. Why we're presenting this project, what we're seeing, Dorothea and Anna, no? Tourism has led to an increase in demand for short-term lease. You can see the data point here. The NCR overnight travelers actually grew double from 2021 peak pandemic to 2022. And we're seeing it's tourist arrivals that increase the demand for short-term lease. And Philippines, according to the Philippine News Agency, is seen to fully recover with pre-pandemic tourist arrivals in 2024. So this is actually going to complement the boost in overnight travelers. No? With that said, this is actually from the Airbnb data. We have over 19,400 active short listings in Metro Manila as of February 2024. So this is a recent data. When you look at the relativity of this to last year, it's actually 25% increase versus past year. So that means the short-term lease is actually growing from the past year. So this is a good data for us. And when we look at it, Makati City actually leads the short-term lease market in NCR. 25% of the listings are in Makati, and the good thing that aligns with our project is that 25% of the Makati listings are actually in Poblacion. And Merchant Residences, our Alveo project that allows short-term lease, is actually strategically located at the heart of Poblacion, Makati. So very much this aligns with the project. And you see Merchant Residences as a location. I'm showing here the map. No? It's actually anchored by JP Rizal Calayan Avenue and Makati Avenue. No? It's within the CBD of Makati. If you pass through Makati Avenue from Merchant Residences, you can easily go to Ayala Center for Glorieta and Greenbelt. Just go through straight. You can actually go to BGC also by using the Hill Puyat area. And you see here, schools that are near Merchant Residences, Ateneo Professional Schools, which is actually in Rockwell. This is just 5 minutes away if you pass through Kalayaan. And going above this map, it's actually also near Circuit Makati, which is the entertainment lifestyle district in Makati, and also 5 minutes away. So the location of Merchant really is very flexible in bringing you towards the CBD of Makati. If you want to go to BGC, if you want to go to Circuit Makati, and also this Makati Avenue, this portion above here can actually route you to areas within a shortcut in Mandaluyong. So these are pictures of Merchant. So you have the usual complete amenities of the condos, a main lobby, a pool area, a lounge area, the gym. And maybe if the audience is interested, I've actually shared here a sample computation for our project. If you see here, usually if you're pushing for short-term lease, really the audience would be attracted to buying out smaller units. So you have studio and one bedroom. What I want to note there is the average monthly amortization is for studio and one bedroom. It's just $350 to $600. So that actually aligns with the short-term lease operations because you would want to have that small units to really rent out for overnight travelers. But at the same time, you can be attracted also to upgrade your unit because for 448, which is actually cheaper than a one bedroom, you can upgrade to a two bedroom unit. Wow. So actually this gives you a flexibility of options for Merchant, which is why this is actually a good project that we're actually pushing also in our international market and also foreign-based clients so they can invest back in the Philippines with a lot of flexibility.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wow, that's a plus for this project. Kasi nga, one, it's you could utilize it as a Airbnb. And then looking at the payment terms, it seems so simple. But I do wanted to ask you questions about where it says most lenient term. Can you kind of explain that where it says 10, 10, and then the parentheses of 59 and then 80?
Okay, how to read this is if it says most lenient term, it's the lightest term that we have for each model unit type. So it says in studio and one bedroom, it mentions 10%. That means 10% down payment. The 10 in the middle means that's 10% of the total price. You would have to pay it in 59 months. And then after the 59 months, you would pay the lump sum balance of 80%. So with a two bedroom unit, how to read it is you have the 10% down payment, and then you're only paying 5% of the total price over 59 months. And then after the 59 months, you would have to pay the 85% lump sum balance. So this gives you also the time to prepare for that lump sum balance with a light monthly amortization that everyone can afford.
And then looking at the two bedroom, it seems like, wow, look at the difference between the one bedroom and the two bedrooms. The monthly on the one bedroom is $609, and then the two bedroom is $448. So that is actually affordable.
More affordable. The two bedroom monthly is actually more affordable than the one bedroom unit. So that's why we're pushing for everybody to upgrade from a smaller unit to the bigger cuts of units.
Yes, that is really good.
That's a promo for April.
Yes, so this is only for April. Is that correct?
Yes, this is for April. Yeah. Actually, Dorothea and Anna, I actually want to share another project with you guys. This is part of our condo projects, but there's also a spotlight that you want to put on horizontal lots. Yeah, I'll share my screen.
Okay.
I just want to share this info, no, Dorothea. There's a 60% growth also from the first quarter of 2024 versus the first quarter of 2023 for horizontal lots. Really, after the pandemic, there's been a mind shift. There's a shift in mindset in moving out of Metro Manila, moving to more open spaces, more green spaces, really. And we have seen that attraction really with our lot launches this first quarter. This first quarter, we had actually 3.3 billion in successful lot launches. And one of that big contributors would be our newest project in Sereneo, Nuvali. We actually had, this is the highest one-day priority selling in Nuvali. We actually sold 77 units, imagine, 1.4 billion in one day. So that's a good attraction from the market. And I want to share some simple info also, no, with Nuvali. Nuvali in general, I want to share with the audience also how big Nuvali is right now. If you've been to like BGC, or BGC is actually 240 hectares. Nuvali is 2,400 hectares. So that's 10 times as big as BGC. And it's a mixed-use development actually, with what we note as a self-sustaining estate. You have complete components. You have the business commercial districts, you have the residential portion, you have institutions of schools and hospitals, you have open spaces, and a good estate infrastructure. What you want to note are the main key components in Nuvali. You have a transport terminal that actually rides from Santa Rosa, Laguna to Circuit Makati and Ayala Center, where Greenbelt and Glorieta is. You have not just one, but 3 Ayala malls in this area. So this shows really the big residential demand. You have a Seda Hotel, which has 406 rooms. You have an SNR membership shopping center. I think this is equivalent to your Costco there in the States. But apart from that, a big notable component here is we have the SNR membership shopping center, and you have its competitor right beside it, Lander Superstore, which makes this a signal of an established area. You see competitors trying to compete with the number of residential developments going into this estate. And apart from that, you have name brands, their largest flagship stores, the 700 store of McDonald's, and you have office developments, both Ayala Land and non-Ayala Land, which shows that also that investors are really pushing in to go inside Nuvali. Of course, to be a complete estate, what you have to think about is you'd have to go through also the health. You have to tick off the health aspect of an estate. So you have a Qualimed hospital inside. And of course, no, very important with families. We have 3 schools in Nuvali. That's Xavier School Nuvali. It's right here in the central, the gray dot. 1,500 students enrolled. You have Everest Academy. It's actually an international school, 150 students enrolled. And you have Miriam College, which has 900 students enrolled. Apart from that, how big and established Nuvali is, no? It's not an upcoming estate. It actually already has 25 residential villages, 19,000 units sold, 3,000 houses built, and 11,000 current residents. And Alveo in particular, we had 5 residential villages, so we sold out those already, and we actually have the new one, which I'll share to you in a bit. So I've talked about all the developments in Nuvali, but actually Nuvali is not yet finished, has no signs of like slowing down in Nuvali, because you have future developments. You have a museum coming in, you have a techno hub coming in. I've mentioned we have SNR and Landers, but actually in the central block, we're actually placing another one, which is Merrimart, also a superstore. So you see all the superstores, grocery stores are actually trying to pick their spots here in Nuvali. And you also have future infrastructure here. You have the Nuvali flyover that actually will ease the entry to Nuvali from our Cavite Laguna Expressway here. And of course, since it's an eco estate, we actually also we want to anchor the estate with green spaces. So we're going to develop a driving range, community, a bike trail, also within the residential cluster of the estate. And I'll just move forward, Dorothea, and proceeding to show our project here.
Okay.
Our newest project here, actually, I've mentioned there's three schools, but our newest lot, which is Sereneo Nuvali, it's actually almost adjacent to Miriam College. So you see the convenience of really living in front of a school, but it's a different kind of lot offering because not only that you are beside the school, you have views of Tagaytay Highlands, so you see here on the right, and you also have views of Mount Makiling facing east side. So that's a very different and unique value proposition, having that relaxed lifestyle, but also having the conveniences of a city. And the difference about this project, usually lot projects by Alveoland, we usually have one structure and one clubhouse pool. But for this project in particular, we actually built a multi-structure approach, which we have different structures for the amenities. You have the clubhouse and garden courtyards. You have an active zone, and you have an elevated area for your lap pool, lounge pool, which actually overlooks views of the mountains of Highlands and Mount Makiling. So here's another picture of that rendering of having that serene lifestyle here in Sereneo Nuvali. So I'll just show some computations maybe for a regular lot if the audience is interested. The reservation fee would be at least 1,700 USD. The down payment would be 10%, that's 23,000 USD. The monthly amortization would be 1.5 for 47 months. And then after 47 months, you would pay the lump sum balance of 150,000 USD. So maybe, Dorothy, that's about it. That's all the info that I can share about our projects this afternoon for you guys.
I do have a question about the Sereneo.
Okay.
One is, what is the average lot size?
Okay, the average lot size would be around 250 to 275. At least 44% of the lot cuts are actually in that range. So you have a good sized lots for end use or either for investment purposes.
Yes. And then since it will be a community, there will be some amenities included, right?
Yes, so I'm actually showing the pictures of the amenities.
Okay, right.
Once you go through our main entrance, actually the you would actually be greeted by the structure, a welcome pavilion, and then you have a 3 hectare central park. And then that 3 central hectare park, you have a 3 meter elevation going into your pool area, so you can have views of Mount Makiling, Tagaytay Highlands, and you also have that active zone here, which has the basketball court, and the kids play area.
Wow. And then I do have a question also. In the Makati, you shared with us about the condo. So if they are foreigners, they can purchase a condo, correct?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Yeah, so that's a good thing, and then they could use it as Airbnb. Now, for the management, but who is actually managing the property?
Yes, it's actually called all our Alvea projects, Dorothea, to share. It's actually managed by Ayala Property Management Corp. So I've mentioned, no, I'll show the screen again. It's actually part of our core businesses. No? Apart from building, you see service businesses here. So we have Makati Development Corporation, which actually builds our projects. But we also have APMC, which is actually the property management side of our business that makes sure that the product that we're selling does not stop after the clients have bought. The lifestyle that we offer is actually during the times that they're already living in the condo, we have a good property management in place to make sure the upkeep and maintenance is okay for our projects. When you say service, Dorothea, to clarify, usually it's the usual condo operations of the property management of handling like the bills, handling the upkeep of the common areas. But essentially, they wouldn't go inside your unit. Only the Airbnb short-term lease portion will actually just manage the entry and exit of your guests. So that's the main difference of you enrolling into short-term lease platforms.
Wow.
The difference with other Ayala developments would be we are allowing the units to be rented in a long-term basis. So it's usually 6 months
6 months.
to long-term basis, 6 months or a year.
Okay.
But with Mergent, we will allow the short-term rent, like through platforms like Airbnb.
Got it. Got it. Okay. Yes. Well, that's really good. It's another opportunity for locals and also for someone like us who cannot be in the Philippines
Yes.
at all times. And then it's the equity is growing, and then at the same time, it's being rented, right? So, which is
Yes.
awesome.
This is also good for Filipinos who usually go home to the Philippines. You don't have to wait for the lease term to end for you to be able to use your unit. So that's a common issue when it comes to Filipinos who usually go home, and when they rent out their unit, they will still have to go to a hotel because their units are rented out.
Yes,
so this
yes.
will answer that concern for most of our clients.
Wow, okay. Well, this is definitely a game changer for one of the Ayala Land's property that's offering the short-term lease.
Yes.
Yes.
And then also, to get back to what John said, this property is actually located in Makati. So in terms of rental and the lease potential, actually Makati is still one of the most sought after locations in the Philippines.
Wow, wow. Okay. And then now, last questions regarding the Sereneo, which is the lot. If they are, who can purchase the lot?
Well, for lots, of course, it should only be either Filipino citizens or former Filipinos. If you're now an American citizen but you were born in the Philippines, of course, you can still purchase a lot in Nuvali and specifically Sereneo. And also, I'd like to note that during the launch, that was March of this year, we opened the first tranche of Sereneo. That was around 129 lots, John, right?
Yes.
And as of today, we only have probably around less than 40 lots available.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Yes. So it's
Yes.
yeah, so
yes.
it's a slightly similar or close to the launch price. So if they still want to avail of the lower price, of course, if when we launch the next phase, it's definitely gonna be at a higher price. So we still have a chance to own Sereneo close to its launch price. So we still have less than 40 lots left.
Yes, and it is in Nuvali, which is a growing population, and it is an opportunity for if you are interested on owning a lawn. This is a good one because I've been there in that area, and it is at the pre-selling stage.
Yes, there's still
right?
opportunity for growth there.
Yes. And also take advantage of the payment terms where you put the 10% down payment, and then you make the payment at no interest rate. Right?
Yes.
And then after that 59 months of payment, then the balance due
Can be loaned from
can
the
be
bank.
loaned.
Yeah.
Or if you want to pay cash, it is available.
Yes, we do also offer discounts for cash payments.
For cash payments.
Yes.
It's actually
Wow.
18% discount for cash payments.
Oh, wow. That's really good. Yes. Well, John, thank you so much. I really appreciate the information, and I'm pretty sure this will be so helpful for me and also for our viewers. It is an opportunity for them to take advantage of investing in the Philippines and also enjoy our beautiful country. Well,
Thank you very much for having me. Thank you, Anna.
yes.
Thank you so much, John.
Yes,
And
and sorry about
No, no,
that. And also, John, I do hope that you will come back and share more projects because I heard that Alveo has so much projects that everyone needs to know. And either you're in Manila, either you're in Luzon, you have a property that you could share to everyone.
yes,
Yes.
definitely.
Yes, of course. I'd be happy to share.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, John. Anna?
Yes, I'd also like to thank everybody for having us again here, Ayala
Yes.
Land. So we're actually here to educate the Filipinos, not only here in the US, but all over the world.
Yes.
So really for them to be able to know where to put their money.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes.
Yeah, now is the best time to actually invest in the Philippines because there's so much opportunity. But anyway, folks, thank you so much. Make sure that you guys watch for our next video because they will be sharing more information. And if you do have any question, make sure that you visit my website, which is www.dorotheatuzon.com. And then once you're on the website, make sure you click on Investing in the Philippines. Just fill out the form, and once I have that information, I'll forward that info directly to Ayala. Okay, thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.